was one of the things you wish you did business-wise to start off with? That you did
Business-wise?
Yeah.
Probably have more money. I wish I had more money. Because, again, I literally, I didn't prepare.
So how much money do you think someone, let's make it specific to your industry, right? Somebody looking to make the same transition that you're going to make, living in Miami, want to get a studio in the Miami area.
Yeah.
How much money do you think they should have to make the transition? It doesn't have to be exact, but if you can give a ballpark.
Oof, that's hard. I think, for me, I don't know if I could give a number, but I think that if you know how much your suite is going to cost, times that. Like, say, try to have like 2-3 months ahead. If you know what your average cost is for your products, try to have that 2-3 months in advance.
Okay.
Because
so a 3-month buffer of all your expenses.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's hard. It's hard.
And then that's going to prepare you for something later on down the line called taxes. So you need to know these numbers anyway and have these projections anyway.
Correct.
Got you. Okay. So then when you first started making money and you didn't have to worry about those expenses anymore, like, what was one of the first investments, or what do you think your best early investment was into your business? Because people don't understand, yes, because you make the money, you got to put some of the money back in the business.
Correct.
So what was like one of the first things that you did or bought or changes you made that really helped?
I think for me, it's more of having that backstock, right? Like we talked about it earlier, where I'm really terrible with like the inventory, right? But you know, when I started off, I had maybe one color of each, right? You know, now I try to, or my biggest thing is trying to have 2-3 of the same colors in my backstock so that I don't have to worry about that. I still slack on the inventory part, but at least try to have that. That's my biggest thing, is try to have the backstock of things.
Okay. So one of the biggest things about this podcast, it's about, yes, giving you the motivation to, yes, leave that job. But at least in my own experiences, I really realized like how hard year one really was.
Right.
Because it teaches you a lot about, it's not even about your business, it teaches you a lot about yourself, right?
Correct.
So what is something that in your first year that you learned that you weren't expecting to learn about either the business, about yourself, both? Like, what is something that happened in the first year that you can tell either young Claudia or somebody in your circle that's looking to make the transition? Like, what would you tell them to prepare them for the first year?
Trust yourself. Because honestly, like, I don't think that I trusted myself enough to have my business going already. And like, you know, for this long by myself. You have to trust that you're making the right moves, you're getting the right app, or trusting yourself to make the decisions, whether it be how much you charge, or what you're going to like what services you're going to provide, or which colors you want to buy, which colors you don't want to buy, what products you think are going to make you're going to make use of more in the salon than you are of others. Like, I think you just have to trust yourself to make the right decisions.
So have that faith in yourself.
Right, correct.
Gotcha. So along that journey, right, we all have that moment, and this is something, again, that I feel like a lot of people don't talk about. You have that moment where it's going to be a time everything is going to go wrong.
Yes.
Back to back to back. You're going to lose your key to the studio. You're going to lock your keys in the car. You're going to miss that email that literally had so many commas in it. You could have retired that day. You're going to miss that email. And it's going to happen more than once, right?
Correct.
So when you hit these low moments, how do you bounce back? Like, what is it that you do to, like, get yourself back on track and not just throw the towel in?
Take a deep breath. Honestly. I have forgotten my salon key. That's not new, actually. But there's like a salon manager, a lady that stays there, so I was able to call her up. She has a key to the salon. Now I have a spare key to the salon. But I have missed messages before. Like, so all these things you're saying, it has happened to me before. And honestly, like, I just have to take a deep breath and realize that these things will happen, but other opportunities, for example, will pop up again. It's happened already, you know? Again, I'm not super new to this. Like, I've been in the suite for 4 years now. So the first year, yeah, I may have been stressed about it, but now I'm like, oh, that's fine. Something else will come up. And it does. So you just have to take a deep breath and just take it day by day. That's it. So.
Did you do anything special, or did you learn any new techniques to help you manage your stress along the way?
No, I don't do that. I don't do that. I go to Disney. That's how I manage my stress. You know this.
Oh, true. I didn't want to give it out there, you know.
I'm a Disney adult. It's fine. I'll say it out loud.
Okay, so your trips to Disney help kind of bring you back.
Once you get into that bubble, you forget about everything.
And that helps me. That helps me transition to asking you, because since you go to Disney so often, that means you got money to blow. Do you feel stable, or do you feel like you're still working towards that stableness that you would like to aspire to as an entrepreneur?
I feel like I'm stable, but there can always be more. Like, to me, there can always be more. So, yeah, sure. Like, am I struggling to pay my bills and stuff? No. But would I want more money in my bank account? Of course.
Okay, so how do you personally go about identifying what the right more is? Like, for me, like, there's definitely more ways to always make more money.
Of course.
But then I always try to balance it with how much of myself do I need to sell or sell myself at all?
Right.
Like, pieces of my soul to get that more money. Like, how do you envision, or what does more look like to you, and how are you trying to get that more?
What does more look like to me? Again, I'm not struggling to pay my bills. I obviously still go to Disney. But like, eventually I want to be able to sit at home and my salon still making money. You know, whether it be like I start selling a product or whatever. So that to me means more. More for me is being still able to sit at home and making money from what I do. Obviously, I have a very hands-on job. So if I'm not working, I'm not making money. But if I can, I don't even know, like, more time at home and not so much time being hands-on, for me means more. You know, not necessarily only the financial, but the mental and like the being able to just relax while my business is still making money for me.